Hello and welcome to Don't Sleep on It, my attempt to add a bit of positivity to the channel, hopefully once a month, by highlighting some things from the previous month that didn't necessarily get the viewership they deserve. August was a bit of a slow month, however there are a couple of things that were maybe overlooked. Star Trek has had a bit of a rough ride recently. The less said about Picard and Discovery, the better, to be honest. However, Season 2 of Strange New Worlds finished in August, and it is much improved on Season 1. They've sidelined and lessened the importance of some of the attempts at an overarching grand story, and have embraced a more old-school Star Trek feel, where each episode is a self-contained story with a satisfying beginning and ending, and a very different feel per episode. There are still some things that carry through the series, but they are emphasized far less than some of the things in Season 1. It's been a while since I watched Star Trek Next Generations, however Season 2 of Strange New Worlds really gave me a similar feeling, with varied and fun concepts in every new episode. Each one follows a different crew member and their issues, the opening narrative log indicating who the episode will revolve around. And I'm personally a big fan of when shows look at the people in the periphery and give them more of an actual presence in the universe, where usually they would just be the tech guy when the main character needs something tech done or whatever.
A very complicated South Korean military code. There are over 9 billion possible permutations. Oh, I'm in.
What makes this a particular standout is that they've realised Star Trek is not some weighty epoch that always needs to try and be dark and dramatic. It's zany, it's bright, and it can be very fun, something that has been much missed from other recent live-action entries in Star Trek.
I think I've got it. All we have to do is quit feeding them. We quit feeding them, they stop breeding.
Now he tells me.
Not every episode will work for everyone. One such that I can see being divisive is a musical episode, but I loved it. Another fantastic episode, and quite possibly my new favourite episode in Star Trek, is a crossover with the animated series Lower Decks. Itself, something that is a great standout show that embraces the wacky side of Star Trek. It's an incredibly smart and well-written episode that captures the elements of both the two very different shows and seamlessly merges them. Season 2 of Strange New Worlds is not something I was particularly excited for going into it, and it has completely turned me back onto the series. I am already excited to see how they approach Season 3. Definitely don't sleep on Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 2. Superhero movie fatigue is a very real thing, and I get it. However, the next thing I would like to talk about is Blue Beetle. I've already done my short review that you can find on my YouTube or TikTok, and it's decent. It's not bad. Look, it's not going to blow anyone away, and for anyone who is completely fed up with superhero movies at this point, you aren't going to find anything new here. It is as you would expect for an origin story. You could make direct comparisons to other movies like Iron Man and getting used to the suit and how the enemy is essentially a bigger, badder version of the same thing. But in a time where Marvel's releases are a bit underwhelming and they seem to be focusing more on TV, and against the entire back catalogue of DC's movies, it's actually a breath of fresh air to have something that is relatively amusing, with a hero who isn't a narcissistic billionaire or a god, that kind of looks at a different part of society, that has more of a heart to it. I would say Blue Beetle is easily as good as the first Ant-Man movie, so don't sleep on it.
What'd I say?
That's it for the August Don't Sleep on It. Let me know in the comments if there's something underrated or overlooked that I've missed. Thanks for watching.